In 1969, Sears was the largest retailer on earth, 5,670 stores, the catalog every American read religiously. By 2023, only 40 stores remained. 175,000 jobs disappeared. Amazon did not do this. One man did, on purpose, and he profited from every step.
His name is Eddie Lampert, a hedge fund manager trained by Goldman Sachs. In 2004, Businessweek put him on its magazine cover. The headline read, "The Next Warren Buffett." In 2005, Lampert merged Kmart with Sears. He became chairman, then CEO. He had zero retail experience. He did not think he needed any. His first move, store investment. No renovations. No upgrades. No maintenance. Cash that should have gone into the business went to stock buybacks that enriched shareholders. Then came the Ayn Rand experiment. Lampert split Sears into 36 competing business units. Each one fought the others for internal capital and resources. The company started to destroy itself from within. Then came the real estate play. In 2025, Lampert sold 235 of Sears' best locations to a real estate investment trust called Seritage. He appointed himself as its chairman. Sears sold its own stores for $2.7 billion. Then it paid Seritage rent to keep using them. Lampert, the man who owned Sears, was now Sears' landlord. The crown jewels of Sears were stripped out. Craftsman was sold to Stanley Black & Decker. Die Hard was sold off shortly afterwards. Kenmore was offered to Amazon for its parts. Sears paid $349 million in rent to Seritage by 2018. Each of the sales paid off debt, much of it also owed to Lampert himself. Lampert also became Sears' biggest lender too. His hedge fund, ESL, owned $2.6 billion in Sears debt. Lampert was CEO, chairman, landlord, and bank. Lampert held all four offices simultaneously. In October 2018, Sears filed for bankruptcy. 700 stores were still open. 68,000 people were still working. Creditors immediately accused Lampert of siphoning Sears' assets and value for himself for years. After Sears' bankruptcy, Lampert then bid to buy what was left of it afterwards. The man who drove it into the ground offered to purchase its remains, purchased through the same hedge fund that owned its debt. The courts fought over it for years. In 2023, the United States Supreme Court heard enough of it, and declined to hear the creditors' and investors' final appeals. 40 stores out of 5,670 remained. A 130-year retail institution laid to waste. Eddie Lampert is worth $1.1 billion today. He has many estates, one of which a waterfront mansion in Miami. 175,000 Sears employees lost their jobs. Sears retires lost pensions they spent decades earning. Sears' demise was not a failure of retail strategy. Sears was not wasted by competitors like Amazon or Walmart. It was systematically dismantled by the one person who was legally obligated to protect it, Eddie Lampert. The most dangerous person in any corporation is not its competitor, it is the person inside the corporation who profits more from its collapse than its survival. Employees, and their pension fund, be damned. Sears did not collapse overnight. It was killed by a man whose policy and plan, like a metastasizing cancer, consumed and hollowed out the company from within. It was murdered by someone who made more by poisoning it than growing and nurturing it. That was, and still is, Eddie Lampert today.